Marcus, how are you?
Good. We out for a little run?
Yeah, just did 7. Might do another 7, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold you up. Hey, let's grab dinner sometime.
I would love that.
All right.
You, me,
Good
Karen.
seeing you. Absolutely. I mean...
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, yeah. I got a couple handshakers right in front of me.
Okay, sir, are they still in the vicinity?
Yeah, I'm staring at them right now.
Destroyed forever. COVID-19. And you'll never be. Satan, you bow your knee. COVID-19. Bow your knee. Sound will. The wind of God. Heat on you.
Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? I'm so glad you're with us today. A special presentation here on the Coming Apocalypse. We have with us Rex Bear, of course, from the Leak Project. And, of course, everyone knows he is just amazing. He goes on location a lot of times finding out what's going on. And we've got a two-part interview here because we're going to be talking to Rex about the Archula Mesa and all where he's on location, and also we're going to be talking about the what I call the 13 monoliths of the Illuminati. So Rex, great to have you on the broadcast.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
In attacking hypocrisy. I believe that. And even if you look at Jesus, when he says that the Pharisees are like sepulchres that are beautiful on the outside and, full of rotted bones on the inside, that's satire. You could turn that into a political cartoon, perfectly. So it's legitimate there, but you got to be real careful about using it on anybody else. So I've learned that. And the other thing is that he made apologies for St. Paul. He believed that St. Paul was authentic. I believe that St. Paul was a con artist. So I've got 180 degrees on that one,
St. Paul?
Yeah. I believe he was a sociopath.
Which one's St. Paul?
St. Paul is the apostle that came after Jesus had died and was like the, kind of took over and created a brand of Christianity that was geared toward the Gentiles. It's the Christianity we have now.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
So St. Paul could have been somebody completely different, just use the ink name or the pen name.
No, I believe that he was a Pharisee, and then he supposedly had this powerful conversion experience where Jesus spoke to him and he fell off his horse and on the road to Damascus. And after that, he was a committed Christian and so forth and so on. I think he faked it. I think he wanted to get inside the Christian community and wreak havoc in there. And his way of doing it was to claim this experience. And I think that the wiser Christians were up to it. They were wise to him, but the rank and file were totally fooled. So what we have now is his version.
Okay. So St. Paul could have been somebody completely different, just use the ink name or the pen name.
So St. Paul is the apostle that came after Jesus had died and was like the, kind of took over and created a brand of Christianity that was geared toward the Gentiles. It's the Christianity we have now. That's, that's the whole different topic. We could do a whole different show on that,
Oh, yeah, we sure could. We could do a multitude, because it seems, I know that the Vatican has taken a lot of knowledge and created their own version, but I hadn't heard of much about St. Paul. So,
yeah, if you go to any Protestant church, basically that's what you're getting is, yeah. Paulism.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
I've seen, like, things have happened to me when I was reading the Bible every night, and praying to Jesus every night. I had an out-of-body experience once that, it changed me. I was like, whoa, wait a second. At that point, I was scared that I was going to get possessed by demons, but it also fascinated me. So it kind of changed my paradigm, and I started to research a lot of stuff into the metaphysical and, mind over matter stuff. And I just became enthralled with it, but it was also kind of conflicting interest from what I was thinking in the past. But then throughout the years, I've been able to confirm a lot of stuff that I've had thoughts about or read about afterwards. So like the out-of-body experience, I had an out-of-body experience, then I found out later that out-of-body experience, it's common for people to have those when their body's awake, when their body's asleep, their mind's awake. So they kind of pop out. So I was like, oh, okay. So have you had validation that's connected some of the stuff you've researched with the Eastern philosophy on your own, like with your memories and such, and towards reincarnation? That's a long way of putting the question.
Yeah. So first off, what you said reminds me of years ago. I was on a crisis hotline, and I remember there was a guy who was a Christian, and he was seeing auras, and he didn't want to see auras. It was like, like you say, I was of the devil or something, and he was calling because it was a crisis for him. He was seeing auras.
What? Are you seriously? Are you serious? Are you serious? Can I have some more coffee?
Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.